up, guys? How are you guys doing? I hope you're having a good holiday. If you're continuing to celebrate in whatever holiday that you're celebrating right now. So, I said I was going to take 2 weeks off. It's weird when I'm not streaming. Here, let me bring my mic over here. So, it's weird when I'm not streaming. So, it's like, let's have a coffee chat and see what's going on and what's up. So let me say hi to everybody in the chat. We got, who was first this time? Microbloganism. What's up? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Critical Cripple, how are you? Mistaken Reaper 22. Boy, that kind of rhymed. It was like a poem. Nether, how you doing? Darth Killer, what's up? Holy Spackles here. How y'all doing? So, oh goodness, Darth Killer, you recuperating. You dodged a seizure today. Goodness, I'm glad you're better and you're mostly good now. So what I thought I'd do, I don't have anything particularly planned for today. I just kind of wanted to catch up and see what's going on and talk to you guys about different things that are coming up. Audacity is still on break for the holiday. We'll be back on January 5th, so a week from tomorrow. We've got a new guest on, Science First. I believe his name is Rob. He'll be on to talk about representation of science in the media. Hello, MK2 Salamander. This is live. So I'm live on multiple platforms. If you don't like YouTube or Periscope, I am on D Live, and I'm also on Facebook and Twitch. Hey, so what's going on there? So if you prefer to interact on one of those other platforms, I am streaming there as well. So we are recovering from the holidays, yes. So lots of new things going. You guys notice anything new in my background here? I got a new thing going on in the back here. I'm pretty excited about it. It was a holiday Christmas present. See, I can say Christmas. You can say Hanukkah, you can say Kwanzaa, you can say, Yule. It's fine. I usually say happy holidays because, I'm trying to be respectful of everybody's, whatever, I make no assumptions on how they celebrate. So, yeah. So, I've got Pac-Man. It also is Galaxa and Galaga. So I've got, a new thing back here. It was from my brother. So I think it's a nice addition to the background. So I can set it to where it's in the arcade mode where it's on loop of the game. So I can do that with Galaga or Galaxa as well. Generic December holiday. Or, it could just be December. Maybe some people don't celebrate anything, and that's all right. I'm not hating on that either. It is, so it's Pac-Man right now. So that's a new thing. I've moved my Doctor Who poster over. So we got that going on. I needed asteroids. I probably did. But I think Galaga, there's Galaga and there's Galaxa. So that's pretty close. One of them is like Space Invaders. I think that's Galaga on there. So I can change it out between those three things. How cool is that? So that's new for my background. So that's kind of neat. Today I thought I would talk about things coming up, new background stuff, and kind of take your questions and see if we can hop around and have a little bit of a Q&A. And so with the new year, I'm trying to sort out what I want to do with this show on Saturdays. I think I'm going to focus, unless I have somebody that really wants me to cover a particular topic, I think I'm going to focus on current science news. And so to kind of explain why a particular thing is important, and why it is we have this thing going on and why it's being researched, to kind of break down a little bit of that. So I thought maybe I could move towards that direction on science news and have some interaction with that. but I still want to do like formal talks where we talk about a particular topic, but I'm going to intermingle that a little bit with the latest in science research, because I think a lot of people have a hard time understanding that. It can be difficult. So, all right. So somebody asked me a question: why does coffee make us poop? Well, does coffee make you poop? I figured if you eat food, that usually is the thing that causes that to happen, digestion. You know. Hey, Hannah. Well, thank you. Hannah Anderson is in the house. I look lovely today. I am wearing my jammies and I have a hoodie on. See, here. Oh, not a Q&A on coffee science. So I have a hoodie on, so I could put my hoodie on. And my Madonna shirt and some furry jammy pants. But thank you. Peristalsis, that's why we poop. Maybe the caffeine initiates a little bit of that movement in there. You never know. But it's okay. We can talk about different things. Also, if you didn't know, I've been updating stuff on my website. I've been making some new merchandise. New designs for t-shirts and stuff. So you can check it out. Why does Taco Bell give you explosive diarrhea 20 minutes later? We all have sensitive. It could be like you're hypersensitive to a particular thing, but I think maybe that's a lot of people. I like their fresco tacos, but they're cheesy. They're like extra cheesy and fat stuff. Really kind of rips me a new one, so to speak. When it comes to the you know what I mean? It just, all that grease and fattiness, it's not pleasant. If it contains more fat and oil than your unprimed prostate enzymes can handle. Yes, I was going to say, yeah, there you go. Thank you, Nether, for making it sound a bit more sciencey than going, oh, it's so greasy and icky, and then all of a sudden it comes out. I haven't had enough coffee, and you can tell I've been off. I've been off my game for a bit. Oh goodness. So what I thought I would do. So guess what? Miles Power direct messaged me on Twitter this morning, asking me if I would do a voiceover for him, and I was like, of course, Miles. I will do a voiceover for you. So that's exciting. So this morning, about 7 o'clock this morning, I was recording some voiceover stuff for Miles Power. He's been on Oral Audacity before, so you can check out that particular episode. We talked about Big Pharma. That was cool. Hey, Tony Designs. So points. The points thing. Mel's Minions points. Congrats to Tony Designs, who had the most points. But Tony did a thing, guys. You know what Tony Designs did? He gave his points to Exiled. He paid it forward. And so Exiled is going to get a box of goodies. I have the box of goodies over here. Don't know. Don't want to give it away. She wants to do an unboxing. So I got a box of goodies for her swag bag I'm sending to Exiled. Probably this next week. I'll be mailing that to her. So awesome. Isn't Tony a nice guy? That was really nice of Tony to do that. So yeah. So I'll be resetting the points and we'll see who can win the points for the next round. You win points by interacting and playing the little Streamlabs games and that sort of thing, and just watching the shows. Hop in and watch us live and interact. And I do give out points on when we do our games on Oral Audacity. So let me ask you guys, would you guys like to have like a game show style interaction on Saturdays where I have like a little trivia? Hello, Titan. How are you? Oh, Titan, what are we going to do with you? You're so full of gas. So I thought maybe we could have some trivia, maybe have a little trivia thing that I can put together and see if you guys can get it right or not, and then do reveals and see. So fun times. Fun times and stuff. So let me pull up. I want to show you guys, if you haven't seen, I'm going to show you some really cool things. You are a big gas giant. So check this out. So I've been updating my website. I don't know if you guys have ever had a look. I've got a new banner. I've also got something new. I'm collaborating with Jackson Wheat, and I'm giving him his very own corner on my website. It's called Evolution Corner. So there you go. I misspelled here. So he pointed out, he's like, you misspelled a thing. See, this is why I have other people look at stuff before I publish it. But here, so if you're not familiar with Jackson Wheat, he's writing a book. I think he's writing a first book with R.J. Downard on evolution and that sort of thing. So he's going to post articles about evolution, organismal biology, animal biology, all kinds of things like that. He's an undergrad at Louisiana State University. He's worked and volunteered in different museums in trying to put different, organized species, their specimens, trying to organize their specimens. So he has a YouTube channel where he talks a lot about phylogeny and evolution and that sort of thing. So do check him out, and he'll be posting articles on here. And I have a section just on articles, and I have stuff that I've written too, and I probably need to update this a bit. But a various, it's a myriad of things. So what I'll do is I'll be posting his articles here underneath his super awesome picture. He's a cool dude, and I met him in person and everything. He's really nice. So yeah. Oh, you love trivia. Awesome. All right. So I will incorporate some science trivia in our Saturday shows, so to kind of get you going along with me and award points if you get the right answers. So I think that would be cool. All right. Yeah. Evolution Corner. Also, if you're not familiar, I do post my resources here. I need to start working out again so I can cosplay. So I have like all of the different slides from all of the shows that I've done in the past. These are all PowerPoints. Tide Pods and Darwin. Peer review and publications. So if you're an educator, if you just kind of want to see where all of my sources are, you can always come to my website, scientistmel.com/resources, and I post all of this here. And it's free for anyone to use. DNA kits, octopus evolution, that was a fun one. Chaos theory. And so I just kind of posted on here spectroscopy. And then I also have biology resources. And I'm probably going to start posting some chemistry resources up here too, if you need just some extra stuff. And also I have a shop. I've been adding so much stuff and things, guys. And there's one commercial for it. And I've added new categories, so you don't have to go shifting through everything. But this is a brand new thing I just made. It's called Science is My Jam. I think that, I'm like, this is awesome. Science is my jam, guys. But you can go through and check out. I have haters on Hatreon. It's free on any social media site. Relativity. Avoid P hackups. You could pronounce it fack-ups if you want. P hacking. That's a highly nerdy joke. So you probably need to really know what P hacking is in order to get that. But, But there you go. So all kinds of different things that we're doing, that we're checking out. So yeah. What did you miss? A science teacher handing out a pop quiz to the chat makes sense. Yes, but you won't fail here. Failure is not a thing. It's a learning thing. So hey, James Self-Standard, welcome to the show. Where to find scientific resources? Yes, and then I also have new T-shirts and posters and all kinds of stuff. Somebody recently bought my active setting science mode. It looks like it's a setting on your phone. It's on a shirt. But there's different stuff. Check it out if you get a chance. So talking about future, I've got some really cool guests lined up for Oral Audacity. It mentioned Science First. It's going to be on a week from tomorrow. Dragnot is going to be on. We're going to talk, I guess, about cancer woo. That'll be kind of fun, particularly since Doc is in cancer research, and I've done a bit of that too. So we'll have fun with that. There are a few other people I'm talking to. Dr. Emmy ZJEJ, I think Dr. Emmy J. We're in talks of having her come on the show and see what it's like to be a trans woman in science. She's a professor, so I think that'd be kind of neat. Hey, Geek Room, what's up? So yeah, and I've got somebody named who goes by Fossil Locator on Twitter. It's literally what he does. He's a natural history enthusiast. He has a book called 50 State Fossils. So he's going to be on. So I'm looking at getting different people on. I'm going to reach out. I've reached out also to an astrobiologist. He's known as what is his cosmobiologist. So he lives out in Denver, but he works with NASA Astrobio. So I think that would be kind of cool. So I'm even though I'm not actively been heavy streaming the past couple of weeks, I've been talking to people and getting stuff done. So Dr. Emmy J, she's going to be on soon. We're working out a date. Graham, the cosmobiologist, going to be on. Science First, Dragnot, and Fossil Locator. I'm going to see if I'm trying to get a guy who does David Anderson. I've tried to get him on the show before, and my stream didn't work out. So trying to see if we can work out a time when he can come on. So that'll be pretty neat. So yeah, I do have a Discord. So all right, hey Geek Room, I was hollering at you, Frank, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to stream today or not, but I can. All right. And yeah, so that's all we've really been talking about here. I'll probably will be adapting the website to carry the stuff associated with the group that I work with. I work with Taste of Science. They're a worldwide organization, and they do pop-up events in different areas. And so I'll be incorporating a lot of their work into my website as well. How awesome is that? I'm so excited. It's really cool stuff's happening. I need to get Nate back on here so we can talk about some more where the intersection of science and law crosses, and get that going on here. So, oh gosh, let's see. I'll enter the question in Google. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. I'll enter the question in Google and claim I'm not cheating. Well, if we did a science quiz. Also, hey, guys, let me show you something. I don't know if you knew this already, but I do have a section of quizzes on my actual website where you can go and check it out. I've got education standards. I need to finish doing my biology quizzes here. And then I've got a couple things here on brain quiz, food quiz, DNA quiz. I thought I had posted all of them here, but you can click on here and go through and check your knowledge. You type in your name, and then there's leaderboards, and then you can read each question and go through and kind of check your knowledge. And then you get a little certificate at the end when you finish. So if you haven't, and this actually lists the standard associated with, based in high school biology. So there's different sections. So if you kind of want to go through and see how you're doing, and check your level of knowledge. You can do that. Just for self assessments. So I haven't updated my quizzes in a while. But yeah, you can click on quizzes there and have a go and see what you can come up with. There's brain quiz, so you can test your knowledge on the brain. So I used to write quizzes on Twitter, and then people would use the little voting poll option. So I could probably go back and start posting that on here. So it's like neurotransmitters are released and absorbed for later use. What is the process of reabsorption called? So you'd have to click on the answer here. But I do, so it's like I have quizzes. So maybe I could flesh this out a bit more. There was the Santa physics quiz that I did a couple years ago. So you can check out about what Santa would do. Santa travels the entire world in one night. He could conceivably do this if he managed to shrink space-time in front of him and expand it behind him. Which theory would allow this? There you go. So we got a little bit of physics in here too. So, check it out. It might be a fun thing that you can play around with. Oh, goodness. So, good morning, K-Ride Express. How are ya? Yeah, the Geek Room has got they're stuck with a weird knot. Is it like a generic picture? Is it the default YouTube picture? I once had to choose between a course on ethics of science and philosophy of science. Should really have chosen the ethics one. I had to take an ethics class, and I took environmental ethics, which was pretty interesting. I enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure I know cell bio at this point, and all the other stuff is long gone. Maybe microorganism, maybe. Reuptake, that's the correct answer, Tony Designs. I paid someone to sit in my desk for the ethics course so I could spend more time in the lab distilling spirits, making things explode, and randomly gene-modifying organisms. There you go, Tony. Priorities and all that. All plants and I use chemical means or the heat freeze method. Fair enough. So I think we're working on new screens for the show. I kind of like this setup, because I've got my hold screen, and it's just that's kind of cool. I like that. I like the animated hold screen. I think it looks pretty neat. Do you have the science of immunology? That's one I'd love to see. I have talked about, let's go to my channel. Let's just go look at my channel. I'm going to pull it up right here, guys. I'm going to pull up my channel. I'm going to have to mute my intro. Okay. So let's have a look. All right. What I've been doing is I've been trying to put things in playlists and that sort of thing. Look, I'm live now, guys. Can you believe it? YouTube has actually updated that correctly. Good job, YouTube. Let's see. I need to go through and update my playlist a lot better and have that. So, immune system. I think I've talked about the immune system. I've talked about vaccines. Golly, guys. The science of. Hold on. I'm wondering if I could just. Now I'm seeing what maybe some people have a hard time with. This one was demonetized, guys. The ones on opioids. Even though they went through and manually reviewed it. Going through inflationary universe. The science of. Let's just search this way. Okay, guys, this was the way back. This was my, okay. We have to do this just really, really quickly. Okay, so this was how I started, but I think I did do one on immunology. This is how I started, guys. Look at this. Look at how far I've come. This is my nerd cave, and my hair is still wet
from when I showered. So
This is how I started, guys.
the science of the scientific
This was
method.
on Periscope.
And I am Scientist Mel. So, welcome. We're going to talk about the
This
scientific
is so weird
method
looking
today.
at myself. So it's like
Wet because I showered for you guys.
because I showered and my hair was still wet.
And I applied it to babies.
I got better.
We talked about the scientific method today.
Yeah.
Moments in my classroom once. The Bill Nye and Ken Ham debate was
Oh,
a
God.
heavy debate.
So yeah, so that's early days. That's in the early days when. So internet trolls. Okay, so let's see. Let me see if I can find. Oh my goodness. I've done a lot of things, guys. All right, I'm just gonna go back here. So, immune. Let me type that. This is going to take too long. Okay, autoimmune diseases, HIV history and immunity, vaccines. You might could find some stuff there. So yeah, I guess I could just do the immune system in general. Billy from the Geek Room hates me for this episode here because I completely destroy his hopes and dreams of a lightsaber. Influence. That's when there 2 years ago. Golly. Boy. Okay. So, anywho, we've come a long way, guys. Oh, goodness. Hello, Suge. Hello, Learning with Suge, Immutable Destiny. How are ya? Okay. I'm catching up on the chat now. We use ethics in the hospital quite a bit. Yes, I imagine you do. So a bucket and 2 wires. Yeah. Space time. Live while live. All right. You like my dog science video. Awesome. Yeah, I think that might have been my second. Well, like how we started. I know. Then we got better and we grew. I feel like I'm a bit more grown up now. I don't know. I don't like the term grown up. It feels weird. It feels weird to say grown up often. But yeah. So I need to do another spirited science episode, but I have so much content and I'm trying to navigate that and see how I can organize it a bit better. Oh my God. About a year ago, I was in New Orleans with Monty, and we did the Pharmacy Museum for Spirited Science. That was a funny episode because of the fact that there was a wedding going on at the bed and breakfast that I was staying at, and I was afraid I was going to get like demonetized or a copyright thing because Blondie was playing in the background. So that was funny. So if you have suggestions, I am always open for suggestions on how to organize this better. If you're really good with that, hit me up because I could do with a few tips. So do let me know. Oh, the science of water retention. Yes. YouTube has been purging people. That's weird. I've gained like 20 subscribers in the past few weeks, so that's really nice. Hello, Messenger Reveals. How are ya? So yeah, it's pretty. You're excellent at organizing. Well, Tony, man, I could do with a solid help thing, whatever, with this, because I'm not the best when it comes to organization on this. I'm getting better with my website. But guys, it's like I also have a day job, and so the past few weeks I've taken off for the holidays. But it's like, I'm not really great at the organizing thing, but I do try. So let's see. So a couple weeks ago, I did Billy from the Geek Room popped on, and we did a clips episode for Oral Audacity of 2019. So let's see. We talked a bit about some of our fake commercials and things like that. No, Hannibal and Monty are going to start using some of my fake commercials. Their producer produces Oral Audacity for me now, so that's pretty awesome. That's a pretty demanding show sometimes when it comes to that. But we have a good time. Still fighting off the science of the common cold, but well, otherwise, well, fair enough. Fair enough. I had, I've been fortunate to dodge any colds, but I still have terrible allergies. I still have pretty bad allergies. So let's see. I'm trying to find there's a lot of different news that's come out in science recently. A lot of different things. And you can kind of check it out. Let's see. So one place, and I go here often. Let's see here, the National Science Foundation. You can get lots of information here on the latest. Giant magnetic ropes seen in whale galaxies halo. How cool does that sound? Microbes are at work in our bodies, and researchers have figured out what they're up to. Woo! Then there's the Science Zone. This came out. So this is an app, apparently. Whether you're a teacher, student, or just fascinated by science, the Science Zone app will ignite your imagination. It has exciting videos, high-resolution photos from a dozen areas of science. You can spend hours absorbed in discoveries. I think I might need this app, guys. What in the heck? Is this free? National Science Foundation Science Zone is available on the Apple App Store for all iOS mobile devices and Google Play. Oh my gosh, guys. Holy frickin' moly. They got baby animals and stuff. Okay, I think I need this app. I think I really need this app. This is a brand new thing I didn't know anything about that it existed. Good gravy. Yeah, I think I need this. It's got engineering. It's got different episodes. Science Now, episode 38, so you can check out their videos. Wow. And their news. Okay. New app. Totally gonna get it now. I'm so excited about the Science Foundation coming out with an app. I think it's like probably too excited about it. Alrighty. Can't the aliens telepathically beam you a cure for the cold? Man, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Hey, Gaelic Knox, how are you? That's all big beam propaganda, says Nether. All natural pixie dust, that's all we get here. Maybe I could have like a fake woo portion of my website and say, here you go. Give us your money and we'll send you a cure-all. I don't know. I have ethics. I couldn't do that. Oh my goodness. Ingesting honey made by local bees is a natural anti-allergy remedy. I don't know about all that, man. I have honey from local bees and it doesn't do anything for me. Beetlejuice has been acting weird lately. They're theorizing that it may be in its final throes. Space. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice supernova. Is that what we're looking at? Let me look that up. Huh. Oh, forget that. Let's just go to National Geographic. So let's have a look at this. What's going on with Beetlejuice? All right. So it's acting strange. Let me see. All right. So let's have a look. So this is from National Geographic. It's acting strange, and astronomers are buzzing. So Orion, constellation Orion, has recognizable patterns, whatever, recently, and thought something seemed off. You're not wrong. The giant red star Betelgeuse, which marks the hunter's right shoulder, is the dimmest it's been in almost a century. Huh. What's going on with that, man? Let's see.
They gently dot and illuminate.
Let's have a look.
Fireflies on a still summer night. They gently dot and illuminate the infinite velveteen sky.
Okay. So we had a little poetry at the beginning here. They dot and illuminate the infinite velvet sky. All right. That's nice.
Stars, be they millions or billions of years old, are all born in nebulae, clouds of dust and mostly
nebulae. Now, I've heard it called nebula, but not nebulae. You know, that's kind of new. All right.
hydrogen gas. Within these stellar nurseries, stars begin life as protostars, or hot cores formed by the collection and collapse of dust and gas.
Her voice is very, very soothing. I feel like I could possibly go to sleep to this, maybe. And that's not saying that this content is putting me to sleep. I'm just saying there are certain individuals and how they deliver content. It's so incredibly soothing that it would knock me out, you know?
As the protostars become hotter, hydrogen nuclei inside of the cores begin to fuse and create helium.
Yes. All right, so is she getting into how we get the elements made? I thought this was going to be about Betelgeuse. Oh, no, this is Stars 101. Okay. So, yeah, this how elements are made, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, I thought this was going to be about Betelgeuse. Sorry. Huge red stars like Betelgeuse live fast and die violently. Well, that kind of fits the Tim Burton film, doesn't it? Live fast and die violently. I wonder if there's any kind... I wonder if that was the inspiration of, with the name Betelgeuse. So this was set on Twitter by Serafina Nance. Does she follow me? No, she doesn't follow me. Another person who's similar, like another there's a few astrophysicists and that sort of thing and astronomers who follow me on Twitter, and that's pretty exciting. I'm gonna kind of sort of hit them up, see if they'll be on Worldacity. But she says, I don't think it's going to explode anytime soon, but I'm excited for when it does. So it's huge and bloated, guys. Betelgeuse is huge and bloated. It's really hard for me to not think of the Tim Burton film when I'm like this. Wielding 20 times the sun's heft. If you swapped out the sun and replaced it with Betelgeuse, the red star would swallow Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, the asteroid belt, a couple of spacecraft, and maybe Jupiter. I would think it would probably swallow a bit more than just a couple spacecraft. I mean, it would swallow quite a bit. I don't know how I feel about the way that National Geographic writes their stuff. It feels pretty weird. So, catching up on the chat, guys. It would be cool to see a star go supernova, but given its mass, Betelgeuse might be a bit too close for comfort. That's certainly fair. Let's see. Catching up. Novas are no big deal. Well, isn't that a car too? Nova. Here's something interesting. Language is particularly important when you're trying to sell a product. Nova in Spanish means no go. So it doesn't move. It's not going anywhere. Infinite Velvet Sky. I saw them in concert in 1989. Yeah. I bet they had great hair. Hitting the like button prevents damage from ionizing radiation. It doubles the length of your telomeres. Oh my goodness. Telomeres. I've popped around on different channels. I was over on Omnieris's channel a week or so ago talking about somebody who thinks telomeres is in their sperm. It's literally not how it works, but okay. Huh. Oh boy. Tony, so people with cancer shouldn't click it. Oh my goodness. Saris, how you doing? Anti-allergy remedy. Yeah, well, honey's great and all, but it doesn't do everything that you need. The best thing if you want to get rid of seasonal allergies is to just get allergy shots. It takes a few years for it to kick in, but that's been extremely effective in dealing with allergies associated with, sneezing and stuff. Food allergies, there's a lot of science they're still working on. It's different mechanisms associated with that. And a lot of it has to do with how it is that your immune system responds to the proteins and, the protein signatures in your food. So usually that shouldn't be a thing, but it is for people with food allergies. So it kind of works differently. Alrighty. I can't handle the telomere talk. It's gotten icky lately. It has. So Doc, our own very own Doc Savage on Oral Audacity has another podcast he does called PvP. It's Psychic Vampires Podcast. Take a walk on the darker side of YouTube. They go through and they find all kinds of interesting individuals that I would have never known existed had I not had Doc Savage as my friend. So I learned a lot from him, about all kinds of different people. So with on Omnieris's channel, and so sometimes I've made stuff for Omnieris, and sometimes he aired one of the things that I made about the dude with the telomeres who was being creepy with girls. So yeah, Anywho, so sometimes I collaborate with other people. I've collaborated with Surus. I've been on with Geek Room and stuff like that. Manuka honey has Maxoglossal, which is an antibacterial component. Magnesium is present in MG is present in other honeys, but Manuka has some of the highest amount. Yeah, I've heard about antibacterial components, and that would make sense because honey doesn't go bad. It's one of the few foods. I can't really think of any other foods off the top of my head that, honey doesn't really have an expiration date. So it would make sense that it has antibacterial qualities associated with it because it doesn't go bad. There's a lot of, I believe, let me see if I can, the honey, let's see. Let's see if I can find these. Well, I can't find any other, foods that go bad. But, if you haven't checked out, wait, wrong thing. I was taking you guys on my intro. How about that? So if you haven't checked out, this is a wonderful, wonderful site. And if you have a hard time with more complicated science as far as writing, the Smithsonian Mag is completely free. And they have all kinds of different stuff, whether it's arts and culture. They have all kinds of science things. I love this site, and I actively used it when I taught high school biology because I was able to apply a lot of what they talk about here in, with my classroom content, but it also gave students a place where they could go and get accurate information. So if you have a hard time with, that's my dog, Frodo. If you have a hard time with harder sciencey type of content, Smithsonian Magazine really does a good job of breaking it all down pretty easily. So there's a whole lot of reasons why honey doesn't go bad, and possibly something to do with the antibacterial qualities that is being talked about in the chat. Acidity, the lack of water, presence of hydrogen peroxide, all of these different things by themselves. This is where we're talking about stuff mixed together matters. This is why people get mad about vaccines. It had mercury. Well, elemental mercury is bad, but the version of mercury that's in the vaccines is not harmful. And you get more mercury in tuna and in the fillings in your teeth than you do in vaccines. But how these things interact together is particularly important. Hydrogen peroxide by itself, you would not want to drink that. And it's, not a huge amount here in honey. But the way that it works together with other things allows it to last forever and not go bad, guys. So it's something that's pretty awesome with that. Let me catch up on the chat. Yes, low pH, high sugar. Oh, you have some honey. If you could send you some of my honey. I live on a Manuka bush farm, and it's so tasty. I bet it's good. That sounds nice. Osmotic pressure from something so high in sugar. Yep. Lots of anytime you have a high amount of sugar. This is why when you eat a lot of sweet things, kind of dries out your mouth because you have that gradient difference. More ions on the outside. It draws the water towards it. Osmosis is a thing. Alrighty. Let's see. Also, bees mainly incorporate pollen from flowering plants, whereas most pollen allergies are from trees and grasses. I don't have a huge allergy to flowers. It's mostly trees, grass, dust. Cat dander is a thing. It does make it very hard for an environment for a biome of like a microenvironment to form. That's true. Let's see. Anti-vaxxers make me see red. Me too. It's hard to just kind of chill, when you're dealing with anti-vaxxers. But it's important to kind of keep in mind, what is your goal? So when I make content and when I encounter other people, the question that I always tend to default to and how you communicate a thing is, what is your goal? And this is something that when we had Evo PhD on Dr. Amanda Glaze, and she was on with on Oral Audacity a few weeks ago. That's something we just kind of sat there and talked a bit about. How you present content is really important in what your goal is. Are you trying to do if you're doing a debate thing, then you're trying to win. That's something different. If you're trying to educate and get somebody to understand your perspective to where you're not trying to win or it's not a fight, you would present content a bit differently. So how I encounter and talk to people, it just, my first question is, when you're presenting science content, what is your goal? And then how you present the content needs to tie into a bit with that. Hey, Math Pig. Dog dander screws with me. I used to have an allergy to dogs, but I grew up with dogs, and that's one of those things, particularly with the immunotherapy. Hey, K-Ride. Thank you for the $2 for the super chat. Sciencing in the morning. That's right. Thank you so much for that. Those are all. I like our little video game. Scientist is cool, but exposure to the antigen is the thing that causes your body to develop a tolerance to it, and that's kind of what the shots do, the allergy shots. So yep. See you later, Gaelic. Some anger is not only good but a necessary motivator. Yes. Anger is a good motivator. That's harder, Mel, trying to teach. Yes, it is harder trying to teach. But we know that, Geek Room. That's kind of how I went in with that Tommy Hall debate. I was trying to figure out what he knew. That's the thing. How I go about when I'm talking to a person. I don't assume any level of knowledge. I don't make the assumption that they're stupid either. I don't do that. I assume the person I'm going to talk to is a person that, is working understanding of something. And so I go through and ask a lot of fact-finding questions to see what it is that they understand. I can engage with them, because that's the educator in me trying to sort out, what does this person know, and what kind of conversation can we have. But that's also part of how I was trained. So in science, you have people ask you questions to find out what your limit of knowledge is. I mean, that's literally how you defend your research. They just ask you questions and figure out where your knowledge limit is. And if that's acceptable to them, they're like, okay, then you've earned your degree. So when you're defending your master's, what I did, I spent 2 hours, and there was probably 75 to 100 years worth of experience in that room of my committee, asking me questions, trying to figure out, where is her weakness? What is it that she doesn't know? And is that substantial enough? Has she earned and, learned enough to where we feel confident to say, here you go, here's your master's. So that's kind of what I'm used to. So I'll go through and I'll ask questions, not because I think somebody's stupid, but I'm trying to figure out what their level of knowledge is and what kind of conversation are we going to have. But some people don't put that together. And if you don't know the answer, that's okay. I don't know the answers to everything. And so I was just like, you know what? I don't freaking know. Let's go find out together, and then we'll learn something, and it'll be exciting. That's how I kind of go about it. Let's see. Streamlabs. I will be resetting the points next month. I'll be resetting the points for new opportunities to win the swag bag. And I've pulled for Exiled. Remember, Tony won, but he gave the points to Exiled. That was really nice. So I pulled a action figure from behind me. That's going in. T-shirt. She picked out a T-shirt, so she's got that. She's got a mug. She's got a sticker, and she's getting a little postcard with a little note on it, and a poster. She picked out what kind of poster she wanted. So neat little swag bag worth about $65-$70 worth of stuff, shipped right to her door for being awesome. And so thanks for that. Alrighty. Now you got to establish a base level, or the conversation will go nowhere. It won't go anywhere. Yeah, you're right. K-Ride, you do. You have to kind of establish this, what's your foundational knowledge, and what do I need to talk with you about in order to make certain we can have a productive conversation. Let's see. Then he went and preached to some Muslims. Oh my goodness. All right. The human microbiota consists of the 10 to 100 trillion symbiotic microbial cells harbored by each person, primarily bacteria in the gut. The human microbiome consists of the genes the cells harbor. Thank you, microblogganism. I want one, but I can't give you my doc smell. It's okay, Lulu. I don't share that information. Stuff goes through my store. If there was if you just wanted me to send you stuff through my store, I can do that. I don't have to mail it from my house. I can just send you stuff through there, and that would be fine. And then you don't have to give me your information. I could just, do it that way. I don't mind doing that. You're here for the swag, Spooky Pet Hair. Oh my goodness. Well, maybe I'll just reset the points on just the person who won. How about that? People don't want to lose their already set up points. Let me think about what's the best way to where it's not, I'll think about that. I want to be fair on that. Let's see. Man, you're here for the swag. Oh my goodness. The Human Microbiome Project, you're sticking with it. That's cool. Let's see. Oh my goodness. So we're rounding out on an hour here. I'm trying to think of anything else. I'm trying to think of other things. I can't think of anything right off. it's been an interesting year. There's been a lot of fun stuff that we've done and that I've been involved in, and so I'm looking forward to future collaborative projects. Um, SNR2, I approve of that. Scientist Mel. Swag and science, mostly swag. You get points by watching live streams, engaging. And on Saturdays, I'm going to start incorporating play along here. And so it'll be topic related. And so if you get it right, you'll get points in the side chat for playing along. So that'll be fun. And then you can pick out stuff from my store. Then, I think I'll do it every quarter. So every 3 months, we'll have a swag bag that'll go out to the viewer with the most points, and you can play along while we're doing the live stream. And like I said, you get those points from watching, you get those points for playing around in the chat, and you just get cool stuff. I like this one. I've got some of this stuff coming to me. I've got some samples coming on t-shirts where it's a picture of Tesla and it says crush underneath. I'm also getting one that says I survived organic chemistry. But there you go. But yeah, so next Saturday we'll start the newer format. And then, like I said, a week from tomorrow, we have our new season of Oral Audacity. We had 19 episodes. That's a lot. I think it was 20 total if you count the clips episode. 20 episodes of Oral Audacity already. Nikola Tesla on a shirt. Hey, Tom, how are you? So one last little push for my website, I guess. I am going to try to write more. So you can go to ScientistMel.com. I am trying to write more. I've got an audio podcast called Hey Scientist Mel. It's hashtag Hey Scientist Mel. And so I'm updating that, and it'll be the audio versions of my shows right now. I'm posting Oral Audacity episodes, so you can take me along with you. You'll see like a little, if it's for other shows, it'll be this, but for the Oral Audacity shows. And you can go on my website and click on Hey Scientist Mel podcast and see all the different episodes associated with that. It's also on iTunes. I have a section for articles, just kind of wrapping up here, where you can click on the different articles I've written. Let's see, the case against the Monsanto verdict, when the first verdict came out, and all of the stuff that's followed since then. Jackson Wheat's got his own corner called the Evolution Corner. So we're going to start posting his articles here. He's going to send them to me, and I'm just going to update, and you'll be able to click here and click on everything associated with what he writes. I've got quizzes. I'm going to start working on these more, updating Science Trivia Tuesday, see if I can get those rolling a bit more. Resources where you can go and download all of my sources, all of the stuff that I talk about here on the show. I have a shop. Please feel free to swing by there. It's divided up. I'll get a bit more specific on here, but you can click on the clothing, and it includes accessories. But here's a neat t-shirt, you can check it out. Scientific method, all the things. But yeah, have a look at some point in time if you want to. It's cool. Links to the show, different episodes that we've had. Pseudoscience, this is older ones I need to update. HSL's pretty cool. That's when I went and toured the Francis Crick Institute. That was awesome. That was really cool. I need to go back to London and tour it again. I might in a year or so with my new job. So that'd be neat. But there you go. Happy holidays, guys, and happy new year to you too, TomTom34B. So let's see. Yep, I'm catching up. Organic. Yeah, I survived organic chemistry. I did. I'm getting that t-shirt and the Nikola Tesla t-shirt in soon. Rawr. Gonna do that. Hey, math pig. All right, chemistry. Well, I kind of work in chemistry now. Now that I understand it a bit better, it's a bit more fun. Oh God. Let's see. Well, let's see. All right, all right. Well, I guess that's all I've got, guys. So, check out the show, scientistmel.com, the website. I'm also on DLive. We're streaming on DLive. If you prefer that, you can check that out, and have a look, if that's something you want to do. But I will see you guys a week from tomorrow with the new season of Oral Audacity featuring Science First. And I'll see you guys a week from today with our quizzes and ready to go for the new year with the new format. So this is exciting. Yes, and Pac-Man. I got a new thing in my back from a nerd cave. It's Pac-Man, but it's also Galaga and stuff. Oh, tomorrow we're not having Oral Audacity tomorrow, Tony. It's a week from tomorrow when we have Oral Audacity. Remember, we're on a break. We'll be back January 5th. January 5th with 4th for this show, 5th with Oral Audacity with Science First to talk about the representation of science in the media. So check that out. We'll rip all that apart, and I will see you guys next time. So thanks for being here. Like, share, and subscribe, and I appreciate all that you do. Hey, we need to read from Mr. Rogers, don't we? We hadn't done that yet. Let's see. Let me get my Mr. Rogers book. All right, let's pick something. All right, let's see. I'm just gonna open it up and see what we get. All right, so this is from The World According to Mr. Rogers. Imagining something may be the first step in making it happen, but it takes the real time and real efforts of real people to learn things, make things, turn thoughts into deeds, or visions into inventions. The World According to Mr. Rogers. So saith we all. So, yeah. Imagining something may be the first step in making it happen, but it takes the real time and real efforts of real people to learn things, make things, turn thoughts into deeds or visions into inventions. Awesome. Mr. Rogers. I wish you were immortal, but you kind of are, so it's all right. So you always make each day special for me. You know how? By just your being you. Have a wonderful holiday and a happy new year. Be safe, and I will see you next weekend. So, bye. Bye, guys.